that load will crush you unless you take it on, unless you make a decision that you are in control. There's nobody coming to save you. There's nobody coming to bail you out. And even if they do, they can't save you long term. You are the only one. You are the only one who can make the decision. You are the only one who can save you. As David Goggins would say, you're the one who has to carry the boat. You have to carry the load. So we have to take control. We have to make those decisions. We have to decide what it's worth to us, because that weight of everything will crush you if you let it. If you don't stand up and you don't do what's required, it will crush you. So you have to make a decision. You have to make an honest-to-God decision and take back control. And often that just starts with the most basic things. It starts with the simplest of things. It starts with you stepping up and being honest with yourself, being aware of where you're at, and then deciding what you're going to do. Are you in control of your thoughts, your actions, and your habits? Or are you letting them just slide by? Are you worrying about things that are outside of your purview, outside of the things that you can control? Or are you just focusing on where you are in control and taking actions on those things? This is the question. And this is where you need to be. That we need to start asking the questions properly of, what are you going to do about it? Are you going to let it crush you? Are you going to just bow under the weight? Or are you going to decide that this is your time, that it's your time to step up and take control? And maybe you can just start with you. I always think that it's best to start with you. It's why we talk about the fitness. It's why we talk about the exercise. It's why we talk about the grit and the determination and the discipline. But starting with the physical capacity side of it, because when you start there, when you start with that version of you, then things get easier. Because you're dictating the things that you have the greatest control over. You're learning that skill by controlling you. Your habits, your actions, your thoughts. You're controlling what goes in your mouth. You're controlling the physical output that you put out. You are making definitive choices around the areas and the things that do truly matter, that do truly make a difference. So start with the physical capacity. Start with you. Start in that area, because things will get better from doing that. Things will get better from taking those actions. Once your health and fitness is in order, things simply start to improve. Things start to progress forward. Things start to move in the right direction. Because while you let your emotions and your feelings and everything dictate how you show up physically, how are you going to take control of anything else? If you can't control your energy output, what you do on a daily basis in terms of exercise, and you can't control what you put in your mouth, what chance do you have of controlling anything else? What chance do you have of controlling your emotions when shit actually hits the fan? You can't. So we have to start at the beginning. We have to start at that first moment. We have to start with you doing the work, with you doing exercise. Start pushing yourself in that area, learning where your mental capacity comes from, how far you can take that. Start in that area and watch how everything else gets better. Watch how everything improves from there. Once you've started with the exercise component, it's amazing how quickly, if you start an exercise program, how everything else will start to fall into place. How everything else will click in because you did that one thing first, because you did that thing first. You took that on and you did it properly. It's like this spiderweb effect, or a shattering glass. It starts with one pinprick and it ripples out from there because you did that bit. Yeah, everything else starts to get better. Yeah, everything else starts to improve. because you took care of that. Exercise is constantly the foundational principle. It is the thing that allows everything else. It's why I'm always gobsmacked by people who want to be as successful as possible, who don't look after their health. Your body cannot handle as much stress. Your body cannot take on as much load. It doesn't know how to deal when things go wrong. You get sick, you get run down, you're weak, you get fatigued, all this kind of stuff. Start with that. Start with building that out. If you're constantly and deliberately loading your body, putting it under immense stress, you know what happens? Your body gets used to handling the load and immense stress and suddenly becomes better at doing that. So lo and behold, you get better at handling said things. You get better at handling when life gets stressful, when shit hits the fan. You get better at handling those kinds of things. It's not rocket science. It's very straightforward. It's very simple. You get better at putting yourself through stress, about handling it, about taking that on. Lo and behold, you can handle more stress. You can handle when life throws things at you. I've literally got clients, and one in particular, who we have worked tirelessly. And the amount of stress and load and things that they can take on is astronomical. The amount of stress and constant going that they take on is ungodly. Like, it is an awe to witness. But they just take it on. They just take it in their stride and they just keep going. And they just keep going and they just keep going. And that's the difference. But because they've trained for that, they've prepared for that moment, they've physically put themselves through the ringer, so they're ready for it. Same for me. Yeah, life is still going to throw stressful things. Things happen, and it's not ideal by any stretch of the imagination. But I take that load on. I take it on because, it's nothing compared to what I put myself through every single day. It's nothing compared to the physical toll I put myself through deliberately and consistently every single day. It's just like, oh yeah, another thing to handle. So be it. But, exercise is preparing you for battle. It's preparing you for life. It's preparing you for everything that you don't know that you need to be prepared for. Being strong, fit, and confident opens up so many more doors. It opens up so many doors to so many other things if you are willing to do what is required. If you are willing to show up and do the work and win the day and constantly put yourself into that situation. Strong people are just flat out harder to kill. Like, if you want to make it down to its most basic level, yeah, that load could crush you. But you go, fuck that. I'm going to learn how to carry that load. Not only carry it, but have a smile on my motherfucking face while I do it. Then you become a different beast. You become a different animal that you can't be fucked with because of what you've chosen to take on. What you choose to do daily means that you can't be fucked with. What are they going to do? Look what you do to yourself. What is life going to throw at you? Because look what you choose to do to yourself. And with a smile on your face. That's why we talk about with the weighted walk. Get out there. No distractions, no headphones, no nothing. Just you and that weight. And see who you become. See who you are when you do that. See who you are when it really starts hurting. And you want to quit. And you want to stop. And you want to hide from the pain. And you just have to keep going. And you just have to keep pushing forward. And you have to keep showing up. See who you are then. And you discover who you truly are. But as I said, you've chosen to do this. You've chosen to put that weight on your shoulders every single day. So the weight of life becomes easier and easier because, well, you put yourself through the gauntlet daily. You've taken up that load in a true form, a physical capacity. And you've gone, I can take this. Yeah, it hurts. Yeah, it sucks. Yeah, I don't want to be here. But I can. I can be here. I can do this. And I can keep pushing forward. I can handle this. I can take this weight head on. So bring on life. Bring it on. Show me who I can be. Show me what else there is. Because that's also where your growth comes from. That is also where the biggest wins come from. Because life threw it at you and you went, yeah, got it, took it, next. We don't grow from taking it easy. So if you can learn to handle that load that could crush you, you come out the other side a completely different person. You come out the other side a stronger, more confident person. That the world threw everything it had at you and you went, yep, took it in your stride, next. But you have to take control of it. You have to decide who's in control. Because it's you. You are in control. You're in control of your emotions. You're in control of your thoughts. You're in control of your actions and your habits. Assuming you actually take control of them. Assuming you actually wake up and not just drift through life. You don't just keep showing up and seeing what the day will bring. You take cognizant action and you are aware of what's going on. And you make it a choice. You make a clear and definitive choice about who you're going to be, about what you're going to do. That's a different beast than those who just show up and see what happens, who don't control the things that they can control, who aren't in the pilot's seat, who aren't, steering the ship. You need to be in control. But as we discussed the other day, you need to let go of the things that you can't control. You can control your thoughts, your actions, and your habits. That's it. So you need to show up and give everything you have. Give everything you could do. And then let the rest go. But that load will crush you unless you take control of it. Unless you start taking the steps to be able to handle that load, to take it on, to build the mental toughness to handle the stress, to build the physical toughness to handle what life throws at you, to be able to withstand it physically, mentally, emotionally. But you'll also find that on the other side, if you can start taking those steps, that every aspect of your life will get better. Every aspect of your life will improve for the better. Because you made conscious decisions. You didn't just let it ebb and flow, and you didn't just see what happened. These are the difference makers. That's why I cannot emphasize enough. I cannot emphasize enough that you, A, join Chasing Greatness. You join Chasing Greatness daily and you start doing that, Or B, that you just start doing the work. So pick a weight that is 10% or more of your body weight and go set a timer, walk out 22 and a half minutes and then walk back 22 and a half minutes as fast as you can humanly fucking move. And the reason why we do 22 and a half there and back is to ensure that you go out as fast and come back as fast. Because too many people will kind of set this thing and they're like, oh, see where it ends up. And then they fade halfway through and they let their resilience slip. No, if you have to return as far as you went out, you have to push it. You have to push the pace. You have to keep moving forward. You can't slack off in the second half. You have to keep going. And that's what really counts. And then, on top of that, start working out. Start lifting weights. Make yourself physically strong. Get adept at pushing through the pain. Squeezing out one more rep, one more set, doing a little bit more than you thought you were capable of. Train your brain that way. Start with those two things. Those two things alone will completely and utterly change your life. As I said, if you're ready for it, we're getting in. I'm taking on 20 guys into Chasing Greatness Daily. The full version where I'm going to guide you through every step. I'm going to build it out for you and we're going to do it fucking properly. So if you're ready for that, shoot me a message. But start by building the resilience. Don't let the load crush you. Start by doing it fucking properly. Because you're capable of it. You are so totally capable of carrying that load. You just have to make a decision that you're going to do it. That you're not going to let whatever circumstances have been laid upon you crush you. defeat you. You are going to take them on and you are going to win, because that's what you do. That you are going to win because you win. It just takes a decision. It takes mental discipline. It takes fortitude. But it just initially takes that first decision. That decision that you will not let this beat you. You will not let this stop you. You will not let this crush you. You've just decided that you can handle this, that you can take this on, that you can do this. And then just do it. Build the resilience by doing it. Build the resilience by being in the trenches and making it happen. Build the resilience by being a man who just keeps showing up, who keeps winning the day, who keeps doing the work. You are in control. We don't give up. We don't let those things crush us. We don't let the circumstances of life defeat us. We take them on head on because we know on the other side is everything that we want. It's called chasing greatness daily for a reason, because we are chasing that greatness daily. Every single day we are getting up. Every single day we are pushing forward. Every single day we are doing the work that is required, because that's how we get stronger. That's how we get better. That's how we overcome, because on the other side of all of this is everything that you want, everything that you desire, everything that you need is on the other side of doing the work. So do the work. Do the work, because you are worthy of doing the work. You don't want to let the life beat you down and crush you because you weren't willing to step up. You make those decisions. Only you can. Only you can save you. You can't rely on someone else coming in to save you. You have to step up and take the load and carry it. Not just for you, for your family, for your kids, for your partner, for those around you, those who count on you. You have to figure out a way. And it might not be the way that you think it is. It might not be the way that you think it is through, but you figure out a way to carry that load, to make it a reality, to get it done. Because you are capable of doing all of that. So that's all I have for you. So if you are ready, shoot me a message. Let's get you into chasing greatness. Let's build you up and make you ready to handle that load. If you're not quite there yet, click the link in my bio, grab my top 10 tools to transform your mental toughness. And lastly, if this spoke to you, if you found it interesting, if you know someone who needs to hear this, please like, comment, subscribe, and share, because I'm here every single day, sharing from the front, sharing from my experiences as I go through this. And I learn from it, and I'm hoping to help you avoid the mistakes so that you can become the greatest version of yourself. I'll be back again tomorrow. Until then.